I didn't get their record, did you? Good afternoon, everybody. It's Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. We are at Dick Korn Gymnasium at Pinckneyville High School. Scott Hudson, one of the most iconic gyms, high school basketball in Illinois.
Well, there's been a lot of great teams, a lot of great players that have played on this floor, and one of those being Shane Hawkins, the coach of the Carterville Lions. There's a lot of history in this gym, a lot of history, basketball history in this town, and each and every year you know that Pinckneyville is going to have a very, very good team.
Yes, and they've got a very, very good team this year. The number 3 teams in Class 2A, after that upset loss to Nashville, about 2 weeks back, the Pinckneyville comes into this game tonight 15-2 on the season. They're number 3. Those Nashville Hornets are number 4 in Class 2A. Look down the list, Breeze Mater Day's in there as well. They're sitting at number 8. Fairfield they got 6 first place votes, and Massac got 1.
Well, you look at Pinckneyville's 2 losses. One came in overtime to the number 1 team in Class 2A, Chicago Ore. The other came to the number 4 ranked team, as you just mentioned, the Nashville Hornets. So they have literally destroyed every team they've played except for those 2 games. And I've always said this, I don't care what level of sports it is. If you are an underdog and you're going to play a very good team, you would much rather play them, having them come off a win than come off a loss like Pinckneyville is.
And they've had over a week to think about that Nashville loss. And so Carterville comes into tonight's game with a 9-8 record. They're 2-2 in conference. And when you look at the conference standings in the Mississippi side of the River to River division, Nashville now 4-0. Pinckneyville has that game they have to make up on Nashville. They're going to meet, I think, in 2 weeks in a rematch there. Pinckneyville 3-1. Carterville is in third at 2-2. And then rounding out the bottom 3 teams, DuQuoin, AJ, and Sparta, all in conference with a 1-3 record. Carterville just made their way to the floor here at Pinckneyville High School. Pinckneyville in their striped white and blue pants, the long white sleeve warm-ups. Carterville will be the road team in their blue road uniforms. They have the white long sleeve warm-up jerseys on as well. They've just hit the floor, and just a few minutes ago had a chance, Scott, to talk to Shane Hawkins, and the first question I asked him was, what's your earliest memory of this building? That answer is interesting. You'll hear that coming up as we talk to Carterville's head coach, Shane Hawkins. This is our McDonald's pregame report as the Carterville Lions are on the road for Mississippi river-to-river action at Pinckneyville here on NewsRadio WJPF. If you're watching online, good evening. No, I'm just saying hello to everybody online if they're watching. It's a pretty good view tonight. I was able to get the whole court almost. Brian, bring it to us, but I can't hear anything, so give me a cue. Okay.
Seconds.
Six-year-old Shane Hawkins getting into a scrimmage with the varsity boys right here in this gymnasium.
Well, he was a gym rat, and it showed throughout his grade school, high school, collegiate career. He was one of the best shooters that I've ever watched play in Southern Illinois, and that had to be of all the memories, good memories he's had, of all the success he's had over his career, whether it be grade school all the way through college, he picks that one out when he was 6 years old. So I thought that's a pretty neat story.
Pretty good story. I like that one. Both teams have made their way back toward the locker room to get their final instructions from head coaches Shane Hawkins and Bob Wagner. We're going to go on and take a break. We'll continue on our McDonald's pregame report here as the Carterville Lions prepare to take on the Pinckneyville Panthers next on NewsRadio WJPF.
Just so you know, we hear you fine. We hear you fine over the band. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And now that I remember, this is where they got you at the end of the floor down there.
Yep.
Back after this, I'll give you another 10 seconds, you know. Seconds.
Back at Pinckneyville High School, Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson, Carterville preparing to take on the Pinckneyville Panthers. here at Dick Corn Gymnasium. Scott, let's just talk about this Carterville Lions team. They've been getting outstanding play from their guards, in particular Connor Hawkins, who has had a hot hand from behind the three-point line. What's the keys for this Lions team tonight to maybe get into this Panther team?
Well, I think Carterville needs to get off to a good start. I think that's almost imperative against this Pinckneyville team. They also have to, this is for any game, but especially against Pinckneyville, you can't not turn the ball over. Pinckneyville will make you pay. When Carterville has the ball, Pinckneyville's defenders will be in your face. Carterville's not going to have a lot of time to shoot the ball when they do get it, so they're going to have to maybe see a few more screens, try to get guys open. But Carterville just they can't get caught up in the moment. I really think Carterville has to survive the first 5 minutes until this game settles down, and then they can maybe go play their game.
But we saw in the JV game how quickly this Pinckneyville team can get on top of you. The JV Carterville Lions lost 58-39, but it was a big lead probably about 4 minutes into this game, into the JV game. And they are, like you said, they're in your face. They want to force the turnovers. This Carterville team is prone to the turnover game anyway. It could be disastrous for this squad tonight.
Yeah, Carterville has to play smart when they have the basketball. And you talked about the defense of Pinckneyville. When they create a turnover, their transition game is probably the best in Southern Illinois. They will get it and they will go. This isn't a team that's going to set up and run 2 minutes, 3 minutes off the clock. They're looking to score, but they're all these players. The only thing different about the players that are out there is their size. Other than that, that's it. They can all dribble, they can all shoot, they can all rebound, and they can all play really good defense.
Well, and on top of that, three of the 5 starters are seniors. The other 2 are juniors. They have played a lot of basketball, and that's exactly what Shane Hawkins just said in his pregame.
And they started a sophomore the last game who's not starting tonight, so you're going to see a sophomore coming off the bench. I mean, you talk about reloading. This Pinckneyville team never rebuilds. They reload every year.
Tonight, the Carterville Lions are going to have 2 players back. Preston Sumner, who missed the Hamco game, and Austin Garby, who missed the Hamco game as well. He had the flu. He's back. Not sure. When I talked to Shane, he wasn't sure if they were going to start or if they were going to come off the bench, but it's important to get those guys back.
Well, they have to play very big tonight because they're going to be inside. They can't give Pinckneyville, second chance opportunities. Garby and Sumner have to play good games tonight.
Coming up, we're going to have the national anthem. It'll be played here. A nice crowd on a Friday night. Carterville's only game this weekend. Monday, we'll start play in the Superman Classic at Massac County when they take on Graves County. So, hey, just go on and take tomorrow night off, Scott Hudson.
Well, I appreciate that. I'll work on my slot machine so when we go down there Monday night.
There we go. We're going to go on and take our final break here on the McDonald's pre-game reports. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups, and the tip-off is the Carterville Lions, with their 9-8 record overall, are at Pinckneyville to take on the 15-2 number 3 team in Class 2A in the state of Illinois, the Pinckneyville Panthers. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. You there, bud? We're not getting anything. Got you now.
Okay, I lost you there for a second. I was about to text you. You're back. I'm not really hearing it.
Not yet. They did player introductions. I don't know if they'll do anthem after or not. Just go on and run another one. We'll see. Because I'm not. The band is lined up like they're going to do the anthem, so. Well, they're doing their theme song. Okay, they're doing an anthem.
Would everyone please stand and gentlemen remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem by the PCHS Pep Band under the direction of Amber Nichols.
Back at Pinckneyville, the national anthem gets it to Ben Restoff, who hits the three-pointer from the left corner. Bryce Anderson's pass, turnover on the Lions that was intended on the left side to Carson Pearson. Pearson couldn't get to it, and it's Pinckneyville basketball.
Now, Carterville really didn't have the numbers for a breakout. They just need to pull the ball out, set it up, but Pinckneyville, they look deadly so far offensively.
One of the few games in which the Carterville Lions have not turned the ball over on their first possession. They waited until the second. And a whistle and turnover.
Yep.
Turnover on the Pinckneyville Panthers, their first.
And they won't do that to themselves very many times in a game. They're very good fundamentally.
Carterville ball, they break it into the front court. Pearson gets it to Down and has the ball stripped out of his hand as he put it on the floor. One of those times where he should have just gone straight up. And actually, they say the ball is off the Lions, giving it to the Panthers.
Yeah, 2 turnovers out for Carterville, but you're right. Down and had the ball, wanted to go to the hole, but good quick hands by Pinckneyville knocked it off his leg and out of bounds.
Pinckneyville's basketball kitchen up top between the circles, now to the left wing to Ben Restoff. Restoff to the right side, the three-pointer's no good. The shot taken by Dawson Yates. Down in the paint, it's Grant Tanner with the rebound and the putback shot no good. And Carson Pearson gets the board for the Lions. It's a 6-1 lead for the Panthers. It's Eli Downen that brings the ball across the logo at midcourt. Pearson, now a shot from the right wing from Connor Hawkins. That's off. And a long rebound to the Panthers. Into the front court they have it. Top of the circle, now to the left wing, to Kitchen, to the corner. That is Ben Restoff. Over to the right wing, Dre Scott, his first shot of the game, no good. And the rebound to the Lions. Under 5 in the opening quarter. Bryce Anderson on the right wing. Pinckneyville matched up man-to-man defensively, a whistle and a foul. Actually, Anderson stepped on the end line. The last 3 possessions have been turnovers for the Carterville Lions.
And they're trying to force things. You just need I know it's easy for us to say, but you just, against this Pinckneyville defense, they lure you into certain areas on the floor where they want you to go so they can trap you. You've got to stay out of those areas.
And when you make that baseline drive, they want to force you to the baseline as far deep as they can. So the Panthers have it. After 3 consecutive turnovers by the Lions, Dre Scott tries to force a shot, and he's fouled by Eli Downen, and that will put Dre Scott, the 6'4" junior, at the line, and he's going to be shooting 2 free throws. First team foul on the Lions. Scott, 3 dribbles of the basketball. The free throw's no good.
And to think he's only a junior.
Reminds me a lot in size of Preston Sumner.
Yep.
Second one from Scott's off the front of the iron. Battle for the rebound. Kitchen gets it. They work it back around to the left wing. Dawson Yates, now Kitchen to the right side to Ben Restoff. Restoff to Kitchen, down in the paint. That pass was tipped away. Scott couldn't handle it. Carterville the other way. Carson Pearson took it deep. Now he's going to back it up on the right wing. Skip pass, back door to Eli Downen. His shot is no good, but a foul is called before the shot. Actually, that was Nicholas Laird that was cutting, and he got fouled, but the ball's going to be with the Lions.
That's a bad break for the Lions because Laird was going to score, but it was a foul on the floor, so Carterville will have to inbound. Carterville still looking for their first field goal in this game.
And we're at the 4:19 mark of the first quarter. Carterville's ball, though. Bryce Anderson from the baseline gets it to Laird, now to Caden Hawkins, who just came into the game for the first time. Eli down into the free throw line. Leaves it for Laird. Laird, kick out right side. Bryce Anderson's 3 is good. Carterville needed that. Anderson gets the first field goal for the Lions at the 4:05 mark of the first quarter.
Anderson's really been deadly from the outside the last 4 games.
Devin Kitchen, left side of the circle, right side. Now they go to the right wing. Down toward the baseline. Ben Restoff. Carterville playing man-to-man defense on the Panthers. Over to the right side, 3-pointer from Restoff is good. He's got 2 3-pointers, 6 points in the game, and it's a 5-point Panther lead.
You better get a hand in their face. If not, they will shoot those like layups all night long.
The Panthers are a patient, fantastic passing team. They will pass the ball around, and Austin Garby checks in the 4th turnover on the Lions.
Yeah, quite honestly, that wasn't on Garby. Bryce just made a really poor pass to Garby on the perimeter, and Carterville now has 4 turnovers, trailing by 5 here in the first.
Shane Hawkins, he's in mid-game form.
I'm surprised his jacket's still on, to be quite honest.
Me too. He's in 4th quarter form right now, and it's early. Panthers have it. And the 5-point lead from the top of the key. The shot's no good. Rebound for Eli Downen of the Lions. Dishes to Bryce Anderson. Across midcourt. Gets it to Downen to the free throw line. Jumper from there is good for Eli Downen. He has 3. Carterville trails by 4. 3.
Downen did the right thing. He saw the opening, but he didn't go too far to draw the defenders to him. He just took the nice jump shot.
Dawson Yates now to Hunter Riggins, who's in the game for the Panthers. Back to Riggins. He has it down low in the paint. Shuffles his feet. Little short jumper's good. Riggins picks up his first field goal, and it's 11-6 Pinckneyville. Bryce Anderson in trouble in the backcourt. Pressure being applied to pass, and a foul is called on Riggins. That's Hunter Riggins. The 6-foot senior got into the back of Connor Hawkins. 4th Panther team foul. So on the side in front of the scorer's bench here at Pinckneyville will be Eli Downen. So the pass comes in to Bryce Anderson. Carterville on the far side of the court from our location. They're moving left to right on your dial in the road blues. Anderson's 3 is way short. Garby's there, gets the rebound, somehow gets the shot up, and he gets fouled. from behind, and they may call Grant Tanner for his second foul of the game, but Austin Garvey's going to the line.
Yeah, Austin did a good job of getting in between two Pinckneyville defenders. He actually, once he got the rebound, turned the wrong way. He turned into the defender, but fortunately he's able to keep the ball and go up strong, but now missed the free throw.
Austin Garvey has only been back to school for one day, as he's had the flu and he misses the first free throw. So we'll see how long he can last in this game. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by SIH.net, a comprehensive network of care. Visit online at SIH.net. Garvey got the second free throw to fall. Pinckneyville has the ball. Trey Scott, they work it around toward the left corner. Dawson Yates has Caden Hawkins on him. That may be a good matchup all night. Kitchen, now to Scott, down to the left corner, skip past right wing. That's been there 3 times tonight as Ben Restoff gets fouled. A couple of scores to update. At the half, Carbondale leads Centralia 32-24. Pinckneyville's ball. Kitchen from just inside the arc, missed the shot, gets his own board. Top of the circle it goes, 3-pointers good. Dawson Yates has 2 3-pointers. He and Ben Restoff, and we have a timeout at the 1:39 mark. Pinckneyville leads it 14-8. That's a 30-second timeout on News Radio WJPF. Okay. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by State Farm Insurance with Tony Gates. State Farm has more drivers than any other company as the shot is taken and made by
Jeremy Down, or Eli Down, excuse me.
Jeremy Downing. He's a new player the Lions just picked up.
That's his dad.
Over to the right side, 3-pointer is no good. Rebound to Pinckneyville, back up top, tipped out of bounds. Nice hustle by Bryce Anderson to get over and tap that into the crowd.
Well, Pinckneyville has 5 offensive rebounds in this first quarter. And Carterville, fortunately, only be down by 4, giving Pinckneyville those extra opportunities.
Preston Sumner's into the game for the first time. He replaces Bryce Anderson. Maybe he can help on the boards, at least keep Pinckneyville off. Right side on the right wing. The shot from Grant Tanner is good, just inside the arc. Grant Tanner picks up his first field goal, and it's a 15-10, 16-10 lead for the Panthers. Caden Hawkins now to Carson Pearson. Nice pass down low. Preston Sumner got fouled from behind, but he did a great job getting Devin Kitchen on his hip.
Again, another bad break for Carterville because Sumner would have scored easily, but they called a foul on the floor, and Carterville's going to have to inbound. But a good job by Pearson to find Sumner open and get that bounce pass into him.
Devin Kitchen just picked up his second foul, the 6th team foul. And we're still in the first period here at Pinckneyville. Carson Pearson takes it down in the block. His shot was off the side of the board. It winds up in the hands of the Panthers, and a foul is going to be called on Carterville's Carson Pearson.
Pearson kind of got in the land of the Giants in the paint and really had nowhere to go. Threw up the shot, hit the side of the backboard, and Carterville was not able to come up with the offensive rebound.
He looked like a Tyrannosaurus Rex with the little short arms down there.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Uh-oh, what am I going to do now?
He had a bunch of pterodactyls flying around him. That was the problem.
That's exactly right. 32 seconds remaining in the first. 16-10 the score. So Carterville's done well to hang with Pinckneyville here in the first quarter, as they only trail by 6. Pinckneyville working the perimeter outside the arc. Around top, between the circles. Now, Dawson Yates to Dre Scott. 10 seconds remaining in the first. Dawson Yates takes it into the paint. Left-hand layup was short. Preston Sumner, the board. Gets it to Caden Hawkins. The shot at the buzzer off the iron. No good. 16-10. Pinckneyville on top of the Carterville Lions. Stay tuned. Second quarter action is next on News Radio WJPF. Yeah, I bet.
This is actually a really good angle for the screen. Normally, when you're down there, you can't see both baskets very well.
At the end of the first quarter, the Pinckneyville Panthers lead Carterville 16-10.
Both teams shot 43% from the field. The difference in the first half, Pinckneyville had 4 threes to 1 for the Lions.
Carterville has the ball to start play here in the second. Caden Hawkins dumps it to Eli Downen, and
Sumner just leveled one of it might have been Scott. I mean, it was 2 forearms into the chest. And even Coach Hawkins can't argue that one.
Nope. 5-point lead for the Panthers. They have the ball here. Ditcorum Gymnasium in Pinckneyville. Of course, the Panthers coming off that upset loss as a three-pointer from Hunter Riggins is good. He's got 5, and it's an 8-point lead, but Pinckneyville, that upset loss to the Nashville Hornets, and it was an 18-point loss. It wasn't a close one. Downen's turnaround jumper is off the iron, no good. Sumner battles for the board, puts it up. His shot too strong, and the ball is out of bounds, and it will stay with the Carterville Lions.
Boy, Sumner had a great offensive rebound, went up strong, but couldn't get it to go, but Carterville will keep the ball.
Caden Hawkins on the far baseline. Gets it to Pearson, and a
Sumner,
foul.
another foul.
Sumner, number 2. And I guarantee you, Shane Hawkins will replace Preston Sumner, and he will. Nick Laird will come in to get Sumner. Nope, Sumner's going to stay, and he's going in, coming out of the game rather, is Connor Hawkins.
That's 2 turnovers on the last 2 possessions by Carterville. And Pinckneyville's opened up an 8-point lead.
7-10 mark of the first half. Riggins now to Grant Tanner to Dre Scott. Scott, the right-hand dribble, right side. Another wide-open 3 taken. That's off the iron, too strong. Rebound comes off to Caden Hawkins. Quickly the other way to Pearson. Now to Hawkins. Top of the circle to Nick Laird. Takes it to the baseline. Gets it to Pearson. Carterville's doing a good job working the perimeter. Caden Hawkins saves a pass from going out of bounds. Downen to the free throw line. Short jumper's good. He's had that shot twice already in the game. He's got 7, and Carterville trails by 6.
Yeah, Downen's playing very well, hitting those outside jumpers.
Taking what they give him.
Yep, not trying to force anything.
Those mid-range jumpers are pretty too, as Riggins drives, kicks pass to the right side, top of the circle, 3-pointer, that's off to the right. No good, but the rebound to Restoff. Now it's Riggins toward the left corner. Has Caden Hawkins on him. They work the perimeter. Another 3-pointer from Dawson Yates is good. He doesn't miss. He's got 3, and it's 9 for Yates and 22-13 Pinckneyville.
They might miss 1 3, but if you give them a second chance opportunity, they're probably not going to miss the second.
Caden Hawkins across the timeline, left wing to Carson Pearson. Pearson, right-hand dribble to Nick Laird. Laird wants to get it down low. Preston Sumner had his man sealed off but couldn't get the pass. He still has him sealed off. Asking for the ball. Skip pass left wing, almost picked off, but Nick Laird winds up with it in the corner. Right-hand dribble, kicks it to the top of the circle. Carson Pearson, lob pass to Sumner, push from behind, right-hand hook, bounces around 3 times, but it falls. Wow, what a nice play from Preston Sumner.
And Sumner, when he got the ball, he went up with it quickly. The defender wasn't able to get up and try to block the shot.
You can tell he's feeling it right now. Even with 2 fouls, 2 aggressive fouls, he's wanting the ball and asking for it. The Lions are getting it, and Pinckneyville has another turnover. Carterville trails by 7. Long 3-pointer, Eli Downen, too strong. Outlet pass. Length of the floor, left-hand layup is no good. Ben Restoff, but I think Preston Sumner is going to pick up foul number 3. Oop, they're going to give it to Downen, which is good. I guess he's got 2. Sumner has 2.
Dave, I think Carterville's done a very good job in this game of handling Pinckneyville's pressure. Carterville has 6 turnovers, but at least 4 of those are those unforced errors that we always talk about. And on the last possession, a good shot by Downen. Good shot selection. It's a 3. He's wide open. You're not going to get many open shots against this defense. You better take them when you can.
And on the other side of it, I think Pinckneyville may be thinking, we haven't blown them out yet.
Right.
Hopefully so, and hopefully the Lions know, hey, we can hang with these guys, as the second free throw's no good. Downen pulls down the board for the Lions. Bryce Anderson back into the game. He takes it across the timeline. He's on the logo at midcourt. Now to Nick Laird, right wing. Rip pass down to the corner. Gets it to Austin Garmy, who just checked into the game. Spin move. Wants to get to the low block. Works his way around. Shot block from behind. Panthers come away with the ball. Double team. Tied it up. Nice job by Carson Pearson to reach in and grab hold of that ball. And the possession arrow stays with the Panthers.
Garby did a great job of getting inside. Got inside his defender. All he had to do was lay it in off the glass, but he couldn't get it to go.
4:27 left here in the second quarter. It's 23-15. Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. Panthers ball. Dawson Yates, and a foul is going to be called on Nicholas Laird.
Yeah, he just tripped and fell on top of Yates, who's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a 1-and-1.
7th team foul on the Lions, 6th on the Panthers. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Call 985-2502. Coming up, Scott and I will have our Murphy Wall State Bank halftime report. Free throws no good. It goes out of bounds off of Dre Scott of the Panthers, and it's going to go to the Pinckneyville Panthers. Coming up at halftime, Scott, let's talk about the Carterville girls.
They are playing about as well as you can play, ranked, 2nd in the state. Just outstanding. And I want to say congratulations to the junior high girls for winning their regional.
Absolutely.
Last night.
Quite the locker room celebration with Todd Rogers and the junior high girls. Water fight in the locker room after the game, actually. Ball's out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions. 4:04 in the second quarter. Austin Garby triggers to Bryce Anderson into the backcourt. He steps across the timeline now. Right side, Austin Garby, right wing. Man-to-man defense by the Panthers. They've stayed man-to-man the entire game. Nice pass down low. Eli Downen bumps, turns around. Fadeaway jumper's good from Eli Downen. 9 in the game for Downen. Carterville trails by 6. Panthers have it.
Eli's having a very good first half.
He's feeling it. As a long 3, no good from Hunter Riggins, and Austin Garby gets a big board. Quickly the other way. Nick Laird runs into his man. A charge is going to be called as he put his shoulder right in to Hunter Riggins.
Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but Carterville just picked up a rebound off a missed shot. You're down by 6. You got a chance to cut into that, and you get up into the front court and you try to rush things. Just set your offense, run your offense, which you've done pretty much. You've done a very good job in the first quarter, or first half, excuse me.
23-17. Pinckneyville ball. Dre Scott right-hand dribble. Hands it off to Dawson Yates. His shot no good. And Bryce Anderson gets the rebound for the Lions. Takes it to the left side of the floor, crossover dribble into the paint. Right-hand layup is nice. What a nice drive from Bryce Anderson. He's got 5.
Well, just a great drive. Nobody for Pinckneyville came over to stop him. He recognized it, just laid it in over the front of the rim.
Carterville's hanging around. They're within 4. Down low, it is Devin Kitchen. Kitchen takes it to the block, kicks it to Dre Scott. His 18 or 15-footer is good. Dre Scott's first field goal of the game, and it's back to a 6-point Panther lead. 2:39 remaining in the half. Pinckneyville, the number 3 team in Class 2A. Nashville's number 4. And a turnover on Austin Garvey. They say he traveled. Shane Hawkins tells Caden Hawkins, get up, son. Get in there. Go get Bryce Anderson, and he does.
8 turnovers now for Carterville, only 3 for the Panthers. Carterville's still in this thing, only down by 6 with 2:20 to go in the second.
25-19 Panthers basketball. Dawson Yates, Dre Scott, right wing it goes. Duke Riggins is into the game, and he charges, puts the shoulder into Carson Pearson. Say what you want. I like the name Duke Riggins.
Sounds like a football player's name.
Yes, it does. Connor Hawkins checks in. Bryce Anderson checks in. Preston Sumner checks in. Replacing Carson Pearson, Austin Garvey, Nicholas Laird. 2:14 on the clock in the first half. Bryce Anderson by himself, minimal pressure in the backcourt. He breaks it into the front court. Caden Hawkins right side on the right wing. Almost lost the handle. They say traveled.
Yeah, threw the ball up in the air and then caught it. Can't do that.
You can't do that.
Nope. Trying to get the ball to Sumner. Exactly.
Sorry, I had to finish it. 150 remaining. Short jumper is good from Devin Kitchen. Believe it or not, that's Kitchen's first field goal of the game.
And they turn a Carterville turnover into points.
It's 8-point lead now for the Panthers, 1:40. Bryce Anderson, crossover, takes it to the right elbow. Needs some help, gets it from Caden Hawkins. Little Hawk now to Bryce Anderson. Right wing, tried to force a pass into Connor Hawkins on the right wing, and Pinckneyville tips it away. The pass was too long, and Pinckneyville turns it back over to the Carterville Lions.
Well, on Carterville's possession, Bryce Anderson took one dribble and picked the ball up out high. That's a recipe for disaster against this defense. Pinckneyville tried to go for the home run ball, threw it out of bounds, so Carterville gets it back.
Lions broadcast is brought to you by Subway. Try the new Subway Fresh Values starting at $1.89 each. Freshly prepared right in front of you for a limited time at participating stores. Making our way toward 1 minute remaining in the half. It's 27-19 Panthers. And a
5-second call.
5-second call was called on the Lions, giving the ball right back to the Pinckneyville Panthers. And you know they're going to try to nurse this clock.
Yeah, the freshman, Caden Hawkins, just held the ball. Never tried to dribble. And that is 11 turnovers on Carterville.
Under a minute to go. A foul is going to be called on Devin Kitchen as he bumped into Bryce Anderson. That is Kitchen's third foul, and that's huge.
It is, and Carterville's doing a very good job of staying in this game, even though they've got 11 turnovers. They're only down by 8, under a minute to go. Let's see if Carterville plays for the last shot.
55 seconds hanging on that scoreboard. Pressure's picked back up again. Bryce Anderson loses the handle. Nice crossover as he beats Grant Tanner into the front court. 45 seconds remaining. Carterville all outside the arc. They work it right side to Eli Downen. Takes it to the block, bumps into, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Dre Scott. That's going to be foul number 2, and Eli Downen will go to the line, and a chance to make the 1-and-1, and to get Carterville back to within 6.
Carterville is 2 of 4 from the line here in the first half.
The 6'4 junior. First one is good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702. providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all, and proud sponsor of Carterville Lions sports. Connor Hawkins checks out. Austin Garby replaces him. The 6'4 junior Eli Downen at the stripe. He's got a second free throw. The and one is good. 11 for Downen, and Carterville is within 6. 27-21. 32 seconds. Pinckneyville's basketball. Restoff. He has Carson Pearson on him defensively. Over to the right side. Now back to Restoff. Left of the circle. Now it's Riggins that comes out. Hands it off to Dawson Yates. Back and forth between the legs. 13, 12, 11 remaining in the half. Dre Scott, left of the circle. One dribble, his pass is tipped out of bounds. Nice hands by Little Hawkins, Caden Hawkins.
Caden has quick hands, and he anticipates passes very well. He's got what you call a basketball IQ.
From the sideline, ball's inbounds. Short jumper is no good. 1 second, Carterville doesn't get the shot off. Carterville Lions, they trail the Pinckneyville Panthers 27-21 at the half. That's a pretty good half from the Carterville Lions.
I will take it. Carterville had way too many turnovers. They had 12 in the first half, but you're down by 6. Carterville, I thought, did a very good job of handling Pinckneyville's pressure, and Eli Downen had a big first half.
Outstanding. 27-21, we're at the half. Stay tuned. Your Murphy Wall State Bank halftime report is next on News Radio WJPF. All right.
For your halftime entertainment, the PCHS Palms will be performing their 2019-2020 Palm Dance Routine. The Palms compete tomorrow at noon, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock in Edwardsville. The Palms are sponsored by Stop and Drug and coached by Kylie Sizemore.
I saw that. We're at the half here at Pinckneyville. Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson, and the Pinckneyville Panthers have a 6-point lead on the Carterville Lions. Scott Hudson, that's a good half of basketball from the Lions.
It is, and there's some things they need to clean up in the second half, but I thought they played very well considering who they're playing, the fact that it's on the road, and Pinckneyville's coming off a loss. So Carterville only down by 6 at half. I think Coach Hawkins would take that any day of the week. Carterville shot 46% from the field in the first half, 43% for Pinckneyville. Carterville 4-6 from the free throw line, very good. Pinckneyville, about the only thing they did wrong in the first half, only 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Carterville out-rebounded Pinckneyville 11-10. Pearson led the Lions with 3. Tanner led Pinckneyville with 3. Panthers 6 turnovers. Carterville 12 turnovers in that first half.
When you look at the scoring for the Pinckneyville Panthers, they are led by Dawson Yates, who has 9 points. Ben Restoff with 7. Yates has 3 3-pointers. Restoff has 2. Grant Tanner has 1 field goal for 2 points. Dre Scott 1 field goal for 2 points. Hunter Riggins with 5 points, including a 3-pointer, and Devin Kitchen with 2 points, but he has 3 fouls. 27 first half points for the Pinckneyville Panthers. For the Carterville Lions, it's Eli Downen into double digits with 11 points to lead the Lions. Bryce Anderson with 5, Austin Garby with 1, and Preston Sumner with 2. Carterville only puts 21 points on the board, but they only trail the Pinckneyville Panthers 27-21. Good first half from the Lions. We'll take that. We're going to go on and take another break. When we come back here on our Murphy Wall State Bank halftime report, we're going to talk about the Carterville Lions girls team. What a season they're having, and we'll give you the latest on them coming up here on News Radio WJPF. Your Murphy Wall State Bank halftime report continues as the Pinckneyville Panthers lead the Carterville Lions 27-21. Congratulations to the Carterville Lion cheerleaders. They won the conference cheer competition on Wednesday night. They took first place. I believe it was Anna Jonesboro second. These Pinckneyville Panthers took third. Also want to say congratulations to the Carterville Lions girls basketball team. This is an outstanding squad. They are, let's see here. They are 21-1. They're number 2 in the state. And here's a piece of trivia. There are 4 1,000-point scorers on this girls team. Can you name all 4?
Abby Crane.
Janiyah Thompson. Megan Barton. Who's the 4th?
I am drawing a blank.
Head coach Matt Crane. He was a 1,000-point scorer.
That's a trick question.
It is a trick question. Thanks to Bob Pester for that little piece of trivia. But I tell you what, Scott, this Lions team, they are fantastic. 21-1. They're number 2 in the state. And again, 3,000-point scorers on that squad.
You know, some schools are fortunate to have 3 1,000-point scorers in 10 years. Now you've got 3 in the same year, which says a lot about Coach Crane, the work he's done with these girls, and the athletic ability of these girls. And postseason is just around the corner. It's not that far off.
Well, congratulations to Coach Matt Crane and the Carterville Lions. They are having an outstanding season. We're very proud of them. Here at News Radio WJPF, we're at the half, 27-21. The Pinckneyville Panthers lead the Carterville Lions. Stay tuned. Second half action is next on News Radio WJPF. Love that, even tricking the coach. Coach. How many points you got for us on your sheet? Back at Pinckneyville High School, Duster Thomas Gymnasium on Dick Corn Court here at Pinckneyville. Giving you an update on some scores around Southern Illinois. At the half, Heron leads Harrisburg 40-34. After the third quarter, Carbondale over Centralia 42-39. The last score we had, Murphy and Benton were tied at 9. That was at the end of the first quarter.
Well, Carterville will get the ball to start this second half, down 6. They played a good, not great, but good first half. And Pinckneyville shot the ball well, especially right out of the gate. But Carterville survived the first 5 minutes, settled down a little bit, had too many turnovers, but still, I'm sure Coach Hawkins, if you'd have told him before the game, you're going to be down by 6 at half at Pinckneyville, he said, I'll take it every day and twice on Sunday.
Absolutely. Second half action kicking off here. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Home Renew, serving all of Southern Illinois. Protect what matters most with Home Renew. Call 694-9100. Carterville's going to have the ball to start play here in the second half as well. They trail 27-21. They're moving from right to left in the road blues here at Pinckneyville. Bryce Anderson to the right side. Man-to-man defense again by the Panthers. Down low to Downen. Puts the shot up. That was short.
He got hit hard
by Dre Scott. No call. Pinckneyville the other way. Quickly, that should be a charge. It is a charge as they get Dawson Yates. He ran right over the top of Connor Hawkins.
Carterville, that's one thing they've done very well all year. They take charges. It could be on the baseline. It could be in the paint. And that was a good job by Connor Hawkins. He knew he was going to get hit, and it might hurt.
Typically 3 or 4 charges they take a game.
Yeah.
So Carterville a chance to cut this lead. It's at 6 right now. Nicholas Laird on the right wing. Right side of the circle, that's Connor Hawkins back to Laird right wing. 27-21. Pearson touches now, back to Laird. He's going to drive the baseline, leaves it for Downen. Takes it into the paint, puts the shot, just throws it up, gets his own board, turn around, can't get the short jumper to fall, and now Bryce Anderson gets it. Connor Hawkins' first three-point attempt, no good, and the rebound to the Panthers. 3 good looks from the Lions.
And again, Downen's getting hit on his shots underneath. They're just not calling anything.
Dre Scott's able to convert on the other end. On the entry pass, he took it to the hole. And it's an 8-point lead now. 6:50 remaining in the third. Bryce Anderson gets a lane right hand layup is good, gets the foul. Dre Scott may have just picked up foul number 3.
Again, Anderson recognizing there's an opening, takes it, and then draws the defense to him and then kisses it off the glass. He's going to try for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Grant Tanner actually was charged with the foul. Bryce Anderson's free throw. Too strong. 6-point game, 29-23. Panthers on the far end of the floor here. Dre Scott, wide open 3 from the right side. It is off the iron, no good. Scott gets the rebound. Down to the left wing. Grant Tanner. Now to Dre Scott. They work the perimeter, rest off to the right wing. That is Dawson Yates. His pass to Kitchen. Devin Kitchen. Over to the left wing, to the left corner. Skip pass, right side. Dawson Yates makes a move. 12-foot jumper, banks it home. Timeout is called on the floor at the 6:15 mark. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout. Pinckneyville leads it 31-23 on NewsRadio WJPF.
I can't believe they didn't call at least one of those fouls when Downen went up to shoot. Man, he got hammered.
Yeah, he did. At the half, Benton Murphy, 23.
What is it, 23-23?
Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville, Mayor Brad Robinson, and the entire City of Carterville. Proud sponsors of Lions Sports. Hey, don't forget to get the app for the City of Carterville. and get important information, find out about events that are happening. They'll keep you up to date. Mayor Brad Robinson and the City of Carterville, sponsors and supporters of your Lions sports all season long. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the third. Carterville trails Pinckneyville 31-23 by 8. Nice pass down low. Downen converts, lays it off the glass nicely. He's got 13, and it's back to a 6-point game.
Downen's having a very good game.
Long three is no good. Coming out of nowhere to get the rebound was Grant Tanner, but he gets his shot blocked. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Pinckneyville Panthers.
Now, Connor Hawkins came from behind, blocked that shot, but it will stay with Pinckneyville.
5:45, 31-25. Pinckneyville's ball down to Dre Scott, left block. Takes it into the paint, has his shot blocked, but he's fouled. And I think they're going to get a bump foul on Eli Downen.
Yeah, I know this is going to sound like a homer, but that was not near as much contact on that as Downen took on the offensive end here, not once but twice.
Exactly, homer.
Whatever.
It's all right. I got you.
And I'm sure Shane Hawkins, who was talking to the officials earlier about those two non-calls, probably isn't very happy about that one. Now, there was contact, but it wasn't like what we saw on our end.
Updating a couple other scores for you at the half. Benton and Murfreesboro are tied at 23. And at the half, as we said, Heron and over Harrisburg 40-34. Dre Scott hits both his free throws. 33-25. 5:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Pass down onto the block to Downen, double team there. Fights his way around, banks it off the back of the glass. It was too strong. He winds up on the floor. Pinckneyville the other way, 5-on-4. Ben Restoff now to the right wing. They work it over to Grant Tanner. He leaves it for Restoff, backs it up, down on the block. Scott shot, rolls in, right over the front of the iron. Dre Scott has 8. 6 here in the second half. In the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds. It's a 10-point Panther lead, 35-25. Pinckneyville, the number 3 team in the state. Nashville's number 4. Carterville's ball. Connor Hawkins on the right wing. Hasn't dribbled yet. Does now. Needs some help. Pulled up the dribble. Got it to Nick Laird. Beats his man. Takes it about inside the arc. Little 10-foot jumper's good from Nicholas Laird. His first field goal, and we have another timeout, a 30-second timeout on the floor. 35-27. Panthers on top here on News Radio WJPF. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. For installment or repair, call 985-2502, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. 35-27, Carterville hanging right in there with the Panthers. 4.5 remaining in the third. Over on the left wing, Panthers with the basketball. Left of the circle now, it's Restoff to the left wing, skip pass, right side. Pass is tipped away, nice D by Carson Pearson. Pinckneyville's able to get away, and they turn it over. Here come the Lions. They turn it back over the other way. Panthers have it. Taking it to the hole. Dre Scott, right-hand layup is good. Dre Scott is on fire here in this half.
Yeah, he's played well. They've been going to him a lot here in this third quarter.
He only had 2 points in the first half. He has 8 here so far in the first 4 minutes of the third. Carterville's ball. It's a 10-point lead for the Panthers. Carterville can't let him get away here. Turnaround jumper from the elbow is good from Eli Downen. Downen, who had 11 first half points, has 15 now. And it's an 8-point Panther lead. Pinckneyville has the basketball. Right side, that's Dawson Yates. Now, top of the circle, they work it to the left side. That is Hunter Reagan. On the left wing to Grant Tanner, top of the key to Dawson Yates. Yates is going to launch from 3. No good. Austin Garby gets the rebound as he just checked back into the game for Coach Shane Hawkins. On the floor, it's Pearson, Downen, Garby, Nick Laird and Bryce Anderson, who stands on the logo at midcourt. 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. 37-29, Panthers lead. Anderson, crossover dribble, beats his man, takes it to the hole, gets fouled from behind. What a move by Bryce Anderson, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
Again, he saw an opening. This time he had not one, not two, but 3 defenders converge on him, but he was able to draw the contact and go to the free throw line, where Carterville is 0 of 1 here in the second half.
So the foul must have been before the shot. They're going to say it was on the floor. And they're going to give the ball to the Lions. Heron leads Harrisburg 44-42, 4:18 left in the third quarter. A 2-point lead game there. Eli down and step back jumper's no good, and a foul
on Garby.
On the Austin Garby.
Well, Eli has done a good job in this game on both ends of the floor. He's had to pick up the slack for Connor Hawkins, who's only attempted 1 shot in this game. Pinckneyville is going to make sure that Connor Hawkins was not going to beat them tonight.
Another nice thing about Eli Downen is he's shooting in the open space.
Yeah.
And he's making the open space. That nice little step back jumper from the elbow. Just couldn't get it to fall. 8-point game, Panthers on top. 2:35 remaining here in the third. Panthers have it. Wide open 3 from the right wing, buried by Ben Restoff. That is his 3rd three-pointer in the game. The biggest lead for the Panthers at the 2:20 mark here in the third, 40-29. 11-point lead. Carterville has it. Anderson. Got to say, though, they've got the Panther defense running all over the place right now. Turnaround jumper from 12, no good by Downen. And the rebound comes off to Dawson Yates. He's going to take it into the front court. They leave it to the right wing, into the paint, off the glass is good. Duke Riggins picks up his first field goal. Panthers are pushing this lead out now, 42-29.
Yeah, they're really starting to hit their shots inside the paint. They've only hit 1-3 here in the third quarter.
I think that may be their 3rd straight possession. Scoring. Crossover dribble by Anderson to Caden Hawkins. Now to Downen. Down the lane, off the glass, good from Eli Downen. 17 for the junior. It's an 11-point lead. Out, down, or pass behind the defense, and the layup is no good by the Panthers, and Carterville gets the board.
Carterville got caught lackadaisical getting down the other end of the floor, but they missed the layup.
I was trying to say outlet pass.
And Garby runs over his defender.
Foul number 2 on Austin Garby.
Shane Hawkins undoes his drink, takes a drink, probably wants to pour it over his head, but it is soda. I wouldn't suggest that. It's going to be sticky.
He still got his jacket on, though.
I'm surprised. The over and under in Vegas was 4 minutes into the first quarter, so he's beat that.
I said 6. I'm out of the money.
Yeah, I am too.
1 minute remaining here in the third. Panthers ball. Moving right to left on your radio dial. 42-31, an 11-point lead. Bryce Anderson hit the floor. Panthers are going to hold. Carterville setting back in a zone. They'll concede the outside shot, it looks like. 40 seconds remaining. Good ball game, entertaining, 11-point lead. Carterville trailed 27-21 at the half. They're down 11 now as the clock is under 30 seconds. Standing with the ball on his right hip, Duke Riggins of the Pinckneyville Panthers. Waits on Carterville to come out. Riggins doesn't have to move. And Carterville doesn't have to come out to get him. Now there's 12 seconds. Pinckneyville will set up for the final shot. Riggins to the right side. Hands it to Hunter Riggins, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Panthers.
Good job by Anderson. Quick hands. Knocked the ball out of bounds 7 seconds ago. Panthers inbound right in front of the Pinckneyville bench.
Hunter Riggins will trigger. He gets it to Dawson Yates. Drives, leaves it for Dre Scott. Can't handle it clean. No shot, but he got fouled. And a foul is going to be called on Preston Sumner, his 3rd of the game. And Dre Scott will go to the line to shoot free throws with the clock stopped at 3.2 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
I'm not going to say anything about the lack thereof when it comes to fouls. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Trey Scott just hit his free throw. He's got 11 points. 9 of the 11th have come here in the second half. 3 of the 9 at the stripe. 12-point lead, 43-31. 13-point lead, 44-31. 2 seconds. 1, Eli down and launches at the buzzer. No good. End of the third quarter, the Panthers extend that lead on the Carterville Lions, 44-31. Fourth quarter action coming up right here on your home for Carterville Lions Sports, News Radio WJPF. As we head to the fourth quarter, the Pinckneyville Panthers lead the Carterville Lions by 13, 44-31.
Carterville shot 38% in the third quarter, their worst field goal percentage of any quarter in this game. Pinckneyville shot 54% in that third quarter. Carterville down by 13, and Pinckneyville will have the ball to start the fourth.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by SIH, a comprehensive network of care. Visit online at SIH.net. Panthers have the ball to start play here in the fourth quarter. They're up 13, trying to put these Lions away. Carterville's done a nice job to hang around, but the biggest lead for the Panthers right now at 13, and the shot from the left corner is no good. The ball's tipped around, it goes out of bounds, and it's going to come to the Carterville Lions.
Pinckneyville does a very good job of the ball, the player with the ball, driving, getting the pressure to come, the defenders to come to him, and then kick it out to a wide open rest off. Yates, whoever the case may be. Carterville's fortunate they didn't hit a three on that shot.
And that big skip pass left wing to right wing or vice versa has been there all night as well.
But Pinckneyville's guards are tall, and they can throw over the smaller Carterville guards.
Nice job by Caden Hawkins, but he pulls up the dribble. Has to try to force a pass into Preston Sumner. It's off to Sumner's fingertips as he was trying to hold off Hunter Riggins on his backside, and it turns the ball over to the Pinckneyville Panthers.
Now, the freshmen are going to make mistakes, both Caden Hawkins and Lustenberger when he plays. Those are mistakes you have to live with. It's a learning experience for those kids.
Caden Lustenberger's not seen any action here in this game that I can recall.
He played about 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Oh, that's right.
But then came back out. And I think it's all about matchups.
Foul called on Bryce Anderson. His third. Panthers have it. Hunter Riggins, left wing. Gets it to Devin Kitchen. Skip pass right side. That's exactly what we're talking about. Dawson Yates leaves it for Dre Scott. His three-point attempt's no good. Connor Hawkins pulls down the board. Carterville with the ball. Bryce Anderson. Left-right dribble to the left wing. Connor Hawkins. Connor Hawkins, who's had the previous 2 games, had huge games. Bryce Anderson launches from 3, no good. Ball's tipped around, and it's controlled by the Panthers. Outlet pass to Grant Tanner. Has it on the right wing. Waits on his teammates. Now it's Dawson Yates. Drives, kicks it to the right side, and a blocking foul on Preston Sumner. On who?
They called
Hawkins.
that
on Connor Hawkins. It's the first on Connor, and he checks out. So Nick Laird back in to replace him. Panthers ball, 44-31. Top of the circle, three-pointer is good from Devin Kitchen. He's got 5. And Panthers extend that lead to 16 points. Eli Downen passes up the three-pointer, bumps into Dre Scott. Turnaround jumper's good for Downen, and a timeout taken by Coach Shane Hawkins. It's going to be a full timeout at the 5:57 mark. Carterville hanging around, 14-point lead for the Panthers, 47-33. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF. .557 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Pinckneyville has a 14-point lead, 47-33.
I want to see Carterville finish this game out strong. I want to see them keep fighting. I'd like to see them get this thing to within 10 points, and I think that would be a good night for Carterville, considering who they're playing.
Panthers have it. They work it around, skip pass down to the left wing. Drives to the elbow, kicks around top, now to the right side. Down to Devin Kitchen. Takes it to the paint, kicks it left wing. Baseline drive to the rack. Now they bring it over to the right side. Great movement from the Panthers. Three-pointers no good. Long rebound comes off to the Panthers. They control. They can reset their offense. Top of the circle, now left wing. 5:15 remaining in the game. Dawson Yates kicks it to the right side. Short three-pointer. No good. In the rebound from Caden Hawkins. Little Hawk. Brings it in to Eli Downen. Downen drives it to the elbow. Leaves it for Laird. Takes it to the right elbow. Now kicks it back to Downen. Jumpers off the iron. Short. Panthers on the run. Dre Scott banks it off the glass. Dre Scott has 14. A candidate for our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star in the game.
There's been 2 loose balls on the last 2 possessions that Carterville has not gotten to. And I don't know if it's because they're tired, but they have not gotten those loose balls.
They try to force a pass into Preston Sumner, and he and Ben Restoff kind of tie up. Preston says, I didn't appreciate the elbow in my teeth. But they're fine. Everybody's good. Even the officials pat him on the backside and say, let's go, boys. 49-33, the foul is on Pinckneyville's Ben Restoff. It's the second on Restoff. 14th foul on the Panthers. Carterville ball, Anderson from the baseline. Throws it way out top, but Sumner gets it. Has to go up over Devin Kitchen. The pass down low to Down, and he puts the ball on the floor. A reach-in foul by Ben Restoff. It's going to be foul number 3 on Restoff. Carterville keeps the ball. 4:19 on the clock. Come on, boys. Couple of long threes. Ball, but they turn it over. My bad. Didn't mean to jinx them there. Panthers have the ball and the lead by 16. 49-33. Just over 4 remaining. Down low. Devin Kitchen. Right hand shot. No good. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Panthers.
Well, the thing the Lions did poorly in the first half was taking care of the basketball, had 12 turnovers. This half, they only got 4 turnovers, but what has really hurt them is their field goal percentage. They're just not hitting the shots in this half like they did in the first half.
49-33. Panthers have it. Shot is no good, taken from just inside the arc on the right side, and Bryce Anderson gets the board. Pass into Austin Garvey as he shuffled his feet. Carbondale beat Centralia tonight 70-62. Panthers into the front court. As Grant Tanner has it, top of the circle, leaves it for Dawson Yates. Right side to Duke Riggins, shot no good, rebound to Carson Pearson. The shot taken by Duke Riggins. Pearson pulls up the dribble between the circles, gets help from Caden Hawkins. Left-hand dribble to the left wing, ball slapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lions.
Pinckneyville hasn't exactly shot the ball well here in the fourth quarter, but Carterville just has not had those open shots, and when they've had those open shots, they have not been able to get them to go. Carterville has only been to the free throw line 1 time in this second half.
Ball kicked out of bounds as Bryce Anderson tried to bounce pass. He was running out of time at 5 second, close to getting a 5-second call. It's back up now. .217 remaining in the contest. 53-35 Panthers over the Lions. Get past left wing. Passes up the three-pointer. They work it back around to the right side of the circle. That's Grant Tanner. Nice give and go between he and Dawson Yates. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called on the Lions. Scott Hudson, you all right?
I think what is frustrating for Coach Hawkins is that if you're going to call what we would call ticky-tack fouls, call it the same way on both ends. If you're going to call, hard fouls, call it the same on both ends. And I didn't see much of a foul there, but
Grant Tanner hits the first free throw, has another one coming. 7 team fouls now has put Pinckneyville in the bonus. Second from Tanner is good. 6 in the game now for Tanner. Back to a 20-point lead, 55-35. Under 2 to play. Stay tuned. We're going to have our Subway postgame report coming up. Hopefully we'll talk to head coach Shane Hawkins as well. Don't forget these Carterville Lions are right back in action on Monday. Connor Hawkins, fadeaway three-pointer's no good. Monday night, the Carterville Lions start play in the Superman Classic, the 37th annual Superman Classic at Metropolis High School. 6:15 will be the tip-off. We'll have our pregame show starting at 6 o'clock if Scott and I can get off work.
I'll be there.
All right. .55-35, 90 seconds left. Panthers. Little nice move by Grant Tanner as he skips his way into the paint. Gets that one to fall, and Coach Bob Wagner can start getting the substitutions in as the lead now is 22. Peyton Biddle is getting into the game as he replaces Bryce Anderson. Jake Hickson is going to come in. Townsend Barton is on the floor. Hickson will replace Austin Garvey. Cade Lustenberger into the game. And Peyton Biddle seeing some action at Pinckneyville. On our way to 60 seconds remaining. 57-35. Carterville has the ball. Jake Hickson turnaround shot no good. Rebound Pinckneyville. Carterville will see the record go to 500. Left-hand layup is no good, and the Lions come away with it. Carterville will be 9-9 heading into the Superman Classic. They'll be 2-3 in conference. Panthers pick up the win in conference. They will be 4-1, trailing the Nashville Hornets by a game in the River to River. At the end of the third, Benton leads Murfreesboro 34-33. Pinckneyville holds, Carterville sets back. They're going to let the clock roll. 57-35, the Pinckneyville Panthers will win this game. Carterville sets back. They won't make a play for the ball, and the final 10 seconds will roll. Pinckneyville Panthers, they keep it going. The number 3 team in Class 2A, they pick up the 57-35 win over the Lions. Your Subway postgame report is coming up next on News Radio WJPF. Okay. (57-35) the final score as the Pinckneyville Panthers beat the Carterville Lions here in River to River Conference action. Pinckneyville now pushes their record to 16-2. They are 4-1 in conference. The Carterville Lions even their record at 9-9, 2-3 in conference, and kind of understand why Pinckneyville is number 3 in the state, Scott Hudson.
Well, they just wear you down, and that's what happened in this game. Carterville only down by 6 at half, played a good first half, but then slowly but surely Pinckneyville started to pull away in the third quarter, and then Pinckneyville in the fourth quarter. Carterville started missing shots. Shots were coming up short. Turnovers. Carterville finished the game with 19 turnovers, only 7 in the second half. Pinckneyville only 8 turnovers for the game. Carterville shot 40% from the field. Pinckneyville shot 44% from the field. Free throws, Carterville 4 of 6 in the first half, 0 of 1 in the second half. Carterville never got to the free throw line but more than one time. Pinckneyville, who was 1 for 5 in the first half from the free throw line, went 6 of 6 from the line in the second half. Rebounding, the Panthers out-rebounded the Lions 22-18. Tanner and Kitchen both with 5 to lead the Panthers. Pearson led the Lions with 5 turnovers. As I mentioned, 19 for Carterville, only 8 for the Panthers.
I would say we have 3 candidates for our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the game. We'll start first with the Pinckneyville Panthers. Dre Scott winds up the leading scorer for the Pinckneyville Panthers. He has 14 points tonight, and 12 of those came in the second half. Dawson Yates wound up with 13, another candidate for our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the game. Devin Kitchen finishes with 5. Hunter Riggins with 5. Grant Tanner with 8 for the Panthers. And Ben Restoff, double digits for him. He has 10. Pinckneyville puts 57 points on the board. For your Carterville Lions, it was Eli Downen, pretty much the Eli Downen show tonight. He winds up with 21 points to lead all scores in tonight's game. You got 2 points from Preston Sumner, 7 from Bryce Anderson, 2 from Nick Laird, and 1 from Austin Garby. Carterville could only put 35. Here's the thing. Carterville hung in there for about the first 3 quarters. They trailed 16-10 at the end of the first, 27-21. They were only down 6 at half. But then in that third, Pinckneyville really picked it up, 44-31 at the end of 3. And, of course, our final score, 57-35.
Yeah, Carterville played a good first half. And the second half, you knew that the pressure was going to be upped even more by Pinckneyville. And what we saw in the second half is Pinckneyville kind of got away from the outside game of shooting threes and started going inside to Scott. And he really kind of had his way, drew some fouls on the inside. So Scott was the difference in the second half. And Carterville really just never got the outside game going offensively. And we knew it was going to be a problem because Carterville's guards are small. It's hard to shoot over a team like Pinckneyville that has tall guards and are in your face on every shot. So a good first half, not a great second half, but I really liked the game by Downa tonight because he was really the only offense Carterville had tonight.
When we come back, Scott and I are going to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game. That's coming up next. This is your Subway postgame report on News Radio WJPF. Back at Pinckneyville, Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. Scott, we need to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game.
Well, you mentioned several players that were worthy of it. I'm going to go for the second straight game with Eli Downen. Downen with 21 points. I thought he did a very good job of battling on the boards tonight with a bigger Pinckneyville team on the inside. But like I said, he was really the only offense Carterville had tonight. He hit some outside jumpers. He hit some shots on the inside, and that bodes well for Carterville going forward because if he can do that, you know you're not going to play many teams the rest of the way. They're going to guard the perimeter like Pinckneyville does. If he can get that game going, that opens up things for Connor, opens up things for Anderson. But I thought Eli played well tonight.
He did. He winds up with 21 points. Eli Downen for the second game in a row. Our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Call 534-8148. Owned by Joe and Lindsay McCann of Carterville for over 20 years. They specialize in commercial, residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, tree trimming, and snow removal. They are a customer-oriented business and not your typical rush-in, rush-out service. They also do equipment repair, bush hogging, property maintenance. Just give them a call, 618-534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Eli Downen is our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal Star of the Game. 57-35 as we wait on Coach Shane Hawkins to make his way up here. Scott, Monday night, Carterville Lions are going to go play in a tough tournament in Massac County when they take on Graves County.
Graves County, a team that has struggled lately, a team that Heron beat earlier this year in a shootout in Marion. I think Carterville, if they continue to play the way they have the last 3 games, I know they got beat by 18 here tonight, but if they can continue to play the way they had the last 3 games, I think they have a shot of winning a good shot of winning that first game and then not playing again till Friday. That's important because if they don't play till Friday, that will give them 3 days of rest, which is something they haven't had in over a week now. So that would be big too.
When we look ahead at this tournament, it's the 37th annual Superman Classic. Carterville, a number 4 seed in their bracket. The 4 teams, it's Carterville taking on Graves County. Then you have Massac and Massac, the number 1 seed in the tournament. So the 2 winners will advance. The two losers will move to the left on the bracket. When you look at the lower bracket, the number 2 seed, the Goreville Black Cats, they're outstanding, and they could have a good tournament as well.
I think for Goreville, this is a chance for them to prove to maybe not themselves, but fans around Southern Illinois that we may be a 1A school, but we're very good, and they're going to play some bigger schools in this tournament. And I think it's a challenge for Coach Tripp and his team, but yes, they are very good.
First game on Tuesday night will feature Charleston against Cobden. Charleston, the number 3 seed, Cobden, the number 6. The 7:30 game on Tuesday will feature the number 2 seed Goreville Black Cats against Century. And the 2 winners there will move to the right. The 2 losers will move to the left. So if Carterville wins on Monday night, they will play on Friday. If they lose, they will play on Thursday. Very simple. So it's the 37th annual City of Metropolis Superman Classic at Massac County High School. 57-35. Carterville now 9-9 on the season. They're 2-3 in conference, and just that was a good ball game for about 3 quarters.
Yeah, Carterville played well. They didn't. Again, they had 12 turnovers in the first half, but a lot of those were unforced errors. So if they can clean that up a little bit, I think they'll be okay going forward.
We're going to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins coming up next on News Radio WJPF. Outstanding. Thank you. Back at Pinckneyville, the Carterville Lions take one on the chin tonight, 57-35 to the Pinckneyville Panthers, the number 3 team in Class 2A. And Coach Shane Hawkins joins us here on our post-game show. Coach was able to hang in there for about the first 3 quarters, but Pinckneyville proved once again why they're one of the top teams in the state.
Well, they have so many weapons offensively, and I thought we did a pretty good job of guarding them. I know they get 57, but you have to take away Yates, and you're not going to shut him down, but he's the one that makes them go. You have to make it hard for him. Kitchen can make shots, so you got to stick with him. Hunter Riggins in the other corner can make shots, so you got to stick with him. So we try to make the other guys beat us. And Restoff hits 4 threes, but I know he got 2 in the first half. We're down 6, but he's hit 2 of them. Scott hit a 17-footer. So they were, the first half, they were scoring on what we were giving them, and we were trying to take something else away. But as the second half goes, they wear you down. They wear you down just as much with their defense as they do their offense, because it's constant, it's all the time. It's hard to find gaps, it's hard to catch, it's hard to make a pass, it's hard to get an open look, and they wear you down physically, but they also wear you down mentally because, all right, I got 1 open shot and I missed it. I may not get another open shot again. So how can I help us? And I thought we did some good things tonight. I thought we had a conscious effort of getting the ball to Eli inside, and I thought he was very good. Now we've got to do a better job of getting him the ball more often and get it to him when he's open more. Which is tough. It's because they're putting such great ball pressure on you on the perimeter. But I thought it's a building block to going forward.
That's going to pay dividends down the line.
We hope.
Hopefully.
We hope. So, I think the good part about this, if there ever is one, is I thought we made some strides defensively. I thought we were okay offensively at times, but they got us with our passing. Our turnovers were their help or their pressure, and then everything is rushed on the perimeter. So I think we can get better both ways. And I think we have some guys kind of get their eyes opened up to what we're trying to be like, how we're trying to guard, how we're trying to be in constant motion, how we're trying to cut, how we're trying to screen. Well, now they've seen it firsthand. So hopefully we come Monday night against Graves, we take a couple baby steps to get a little bit better.
Going back to the Chester game, Coach, the last 3 games, counting this one, I see a little bit more consistency out of your team on both ends of the floor. It's not perfect, but it's getting there.
Yeah, you're right, and that's it's a process. It's been a process since November 11th. It's a process all summer, but once you get back into it, it's a process every single day from the day we started. And our goal is to not have. Obviously, we don't want any bad days, but you can't string back-to-back bad days, or you can't have a bad week. You can't, on Saturday night, say, man, we had a really bad week, we didn't get better. And I don't know that we've had those. So I think we continue to make strides. It's just there's something else new kind of after every game that we have to go back and work on. So we'll get back, and we have tournament week next week, which is not ideal for getting better because it's play Monday, and it's kind of a little bit of get better maybe Tuesday, and depend on what you play for preparation. But I still think there's room for improvement there. And I think our guys saw some things tonight that they kind of know where they're at now.
After the Nashville game, you said to us that this Lions team bought into the Nashville mystique. You talked in the pregame tonight about that. I hope these guys don't buy into the Pinckneyville mystique, and they didn't.
No, I thought our JV guys did.
Yes, but not varsity.
But I thought our varsity guys now. Eli's a 2-year starter. Garby's started off and on for 3 years. Bryce has been here, So we've got older guys who it's different here, but I don't think they were in complete awe of the surrounding. And so we learned from it, and, it was 12-5 maybe early. Got it back to 6 at the half. So, we Restoff hits a couple jumpers early, in which we kind of gave him. But we continued to battle back. And like you said, it wasn't perfect, but I thought effort was not an issue. So the execution stuff we can fix. We can get better at that type of stuff, and I think our guys want to. I think everybody wants to get better, but I think we have guys who are going to make a conscious effort to do what's necessary to get better. And we'll see you next week.
Graves County, Monday night, 6:15, Metropolis. What can you tell us about them?
Absolutely zero. I hate mid-game weeks. I hate the Hamilton County game on a Tuesday night. I hate the Harrisburg game on a Tuesday night in February. But you run out of times to play. And so the Tuesday game, it's all of our focus from Saturday afternoon to Tuesday night was on the Foxes. So it gives us short turnaround there, short turnaround with Wednesday, Thursday practice, a little bit of a walkthrough today. It gives you short preparation for this. Now you turn around and play again on Monday, so you have short preparation. I haven't cracked the film on them. I don't know their personnel. I don't know their record. I'll start working on that when we get home tonight and kind of at least get a little bit of baseline knowledge on them. Coach Tony was down there tonight watching them play. They played at Marshall County. I think I gathered at our MASAC seed meeting last week, they've lost 7 out of 8 in a row, somewhere in there. But they play pretty good teams. It's easy to go lose seven in a row if you play really good teams. So we'll have a challenge, and I think it's important for us to find a way to go get that one. Just like we talked at El Dorado, let's get to the right side of the bracket. Let's go play in a semifinal game. Let's go play the really good teams and go challenge ourselves again. So we'll see where we stand.
I guess, kind of wrap things up. At least you're not going to win a conference regular season title, but the regionals haven't started yet. You still got time to grow, and you're seeing, and Scott and I are seeing, growth in every single game. Something different that is good and can help this team when it plays in the 2A regional.
And that's what we talked about just right after the game here. All right, so we know right now the baseline's 22. They beat us by 22. I don't know if it's necessarily a 22-point game. On the scoreboard, that's where it's at. So can we make improvements in the next 4 weeks when we see them again? And then can we make improvement the 3 weeks after that when we see them in a section? So that's got to be our MO. That's got to be what drives us every single day in practice. That's got to drive us to watch film on our own or get extra shots after practice on our own. That's what, for the next 7 or 8, that's got to be what drives us.
57-35, the final score here at Pinckneyville. It's nice to see you back in this gym, by the way.
I liked it more when I played here. I had a lot more fun, a lot more success playing here.
A lot more smiles.
And,
yes.
And I actually have to say, Scott really enjoyed the 6-year-old birthday story.
Yeah. Of all the accomplishments you've had in your career, that was the one you remember.
And you know what's stupid? Because I remember dumb things. I remember things that don't remember. I won't remember to take out the trash or do the laundry that my wife's asked 7 times. I will not remember to do that. But I can remember for my 6th birthday what I was wearing to practice. I had a yellow sweatshirt on with number 12 on it. That's what I remember. I remember the important stuff.
I got a question.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir.
So here you are as a 6-year-old practicing with the Pinckneyville Panther varsity team, coached by the one, the only Dick Korn. Did he get on you as a 6-year-old or not?
No, I think he waited until the next year. And then he for dang sure made up for it from the fall of 1990 to the spring of 94. He made sure he made up for lost time, I promise you.
There you have it, Coach Shane Hawkins after the 57-35 loss. Thanks, Coach.
All right, see you guys on Monday.
See ya.
All right, Scotty Hudson, wrap us up, bud.
Well, Carterville played a good first half, let it slip away in the third quarter, and then Pinckneyville kind of dominated in the fourth quarter. Carterville was a tired team there, but that's what a good Pinckneyville team will do to you. They will wear you down on both ends of the floor, as Coach Hawkins said. Now it's time to get a couple of days of rest. No game tomorrow night, 2 days of rest. Make the long bus trip down to Massac County, play a good Graves County team. Forget their record. They've played some good teams. They may have lost 7 of 8 or 8 in a row, whatever the case may be. But Carterville, I think, has a good chance to go down there and maybe open some eyes. They're starting to play a little bit more consistently. Their big guy down is starting to play a little more consistently on the offensive end. So I'm looking forward to this tournament. If for no other reason, we're going to get to see teams we've never seen before.
Absolutely. Let me update a couple of scores from around Southern Illinois. It was Heron over Harrisburg tonight, 84-73. Brandon Anthony popped for 31 tonight. Mount Vernon over Marion, 73-60. That's a final. And Murfreesboro leads Benton 48-41, about 30 seconds remaining in that game. Here it was 57-35. Pinckneyville, the number 3 team in the state, keeps it going. Eli Downen, our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. And as Scott said, we will talk to you Monday night, 6 o'clock with the pregame show here on News Radio WJPF as the Lions take on Graves County in the 37th annual Superman Classic at Massac County High School. For our producer engineer back at the studio, Mr. Brian, our pal, for my broadcast partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to Lions Sports here on News Radio WJPF. God bless. Thanks, buddy. All right, pal. Bye-bye.